Shalom, I am Dr. Ann Davis with Bible Interact, and I'm going to take you into a Hebrew word today that has two, but they're different meanings, but they're related. The Hebrew word is yarash, which can mean inherit, but it also can mean possess. So one word can have two meanings. Yarash has the meaning of inherit the land, possess the land, go in and conquer it and defeat the enemy. The relationship is that the heir must be strong enough to possess the inheritance, to go into the land and defeat the enemy that's there now. God said to Avram, before he's changed his name to Abraham, I am the Lord who brought you out of Ur of the Chaldeans to give you this land. So he's giving it as an inheritance, but you must possess it. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servants to whom you swore by yourself and said to them, now there are three things. Number one, I will multiply your descendants as the stars of the heavens. Now this is multiplying the righteous ones. And two, all this land of which I have spoken, I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to give it to your descendants. And three, they shall inherit it forever. Inherit is our word, yarash. So the land is given as an inheritance, but in order to inherit it, they have to possess it. They have to defeat the enemy. Now, here's another passage which I find very interesting. This is when the people of Israel were getting ready to enter the promised land. They're going to, the walls of Jericho are going to fall down. And God says, you are about to cross the Jordan River, to go in to possess the land, which the Lord your God is giving you, and you shall possess it and live in it. So that shows the relationship between the inheritance, that's something given, but you have to go in and possess by defeating and overcoming the enemy. None of the men who came up from Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swore to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, for they did not follow me fully, except for Caleb and Joshua, for they followed the Lord fully. So that's the requirement for us to work into a life that perhaps God will consider worthy for us to participate in the remnant. We must follow our Lord Yeshua fully. Now, who will possess the millennial kingdom? This is a picture based on the description in Ezekiel. I have put a circle around the holy district, so each of the 12 tribes gets a portion in the millennial kingdom. But there's one portion where the temple will be. We read in the Psalm, one of the Psalms, the humble will inherit, and that's Yarash, the land, and will delight themselves in abundant prosperity. To be humble is to totally submit yourself to your Lord, and to be aware all the time of what He would have you do, what He would have you say, how He would have you act. And then in another Psalm, the righteous will inherit the land. That's our Yarash again. To be righteous is to be right with God. And if you're right with God, you're walking in His ways. So what is our conclusion? I call biblical Hebrew an artistic language. An example is the word Yarash that has two distinct meanings, yet they are related. Yarash means to inherit, but it also means to possess the land of inheritance, to go in and overthrow the enemy to possess it. Only a remnant of those who followed God fully was prepared to possess the land of Canaan. Only the humble and righteous will inherit in the future millennial kingdom.